Missouri. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the LSU Tigers and the Missouri Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Did they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the 3rd or 4th read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Had to force that one.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Tigers. He would not be denied.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the 2nd level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the 2nd level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Changing the routes with his receiver. Turning it on. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He's got enough. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Back to throw, it's Levitt. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the catch, it's Durham. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's a give to Durham. He's got the first down. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And they did tack on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Still running at the 40. Here's a little room there. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
On first down, it's Hardy again.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
Looking for room, it's Roberts. Pass to 6. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll run it. It's Roberts. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll run it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
LSU has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. I just can't imagine any excuse for taking that penalty. A delay of game, at least it's still first and goal. The run inside. It's Roberts. Defense all over him.
And nice job by the defense. First and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and third and long. Simmons lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
What an awesome job in coverage there. Critical third down. Deep in their own end. They're able to break on the ball, swat it away, and now you set up fourth.
Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country.
Caught, and he's got room. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Motion from the wideout.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Hits inside. It's Durham.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a bit there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sets his feet. It's Levitt. Makes the catch. It's Durham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They give it back to him. Breaks into the open. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Using his legs, it's Roberts. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Making the adjustment. They believe they can run right here. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I got to give the defense credit on that. 3rd down, they were almost anticipating some throws to the outside. They took it all away, so they forced the quarterback to go into the middle of the field on the drag route where everybody could converge on the receiver and make the tackle short of the first down.
Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. Fourth down, Simmons. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Corner's going to give them room to throw. It's Levitt. Escapes the pressure going right. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Watkins. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the Utah Utes. And it's the Cougars looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Mountain West Conference.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He's past the sticks. Still on his feet at the 45. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. You've probably heard this before. LSU is steamrolling people on the ground right now. And this guy could be pushing what Leonard Fournette tried to do and getting close to 2,000 yards in a season.
And when you think about a defense, it all starts and stops with the run game. And I got to get that stop, but I can't stop this guy. I mean, he's been unbelievable, and this LSU offense has been so physical up front. I'll tell you what, I got to commit everybody to try to get a stop.
2nd and long here. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. On the run, fires downfield. long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
Driving forward, it's Durham. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
How good have they been on third down today? And another opportunity here on third and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point was good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll ride him again. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Quick give. It's Roberts. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Right side, it's Harris. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
It's just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Durham. There he goes. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
On the run, it's Berry. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on 4th?
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the middle. Right on target this time. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
Maybe some room here. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Touchdown Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Send the tight end in motion. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. Got the tight end outside. At the 45 on his way. Electrifying play. And man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it. They're on the run. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not. Do they get the ball back? But man, did they set up some field position. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Here's a give to Hardy. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on third down, Simmons. Got him downfield. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Throws it off the RPO. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to Hardy. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Simmons from the gun on third down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Simmons gets open down the middle. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Knocked down immediately. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. Fires it. Out wide right, it's Berry. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he got loose. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lee. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Left side, it's Lee. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Back to pass, it's Simmons. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Making the adjustment on the play. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Simmons to throw for it on fourth. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it.